I'm gonna go out for a night ride. I'm planning to go at least 3 places. One will be a shopping mall called Cielo Vista Mall. I'm also going to go downtown. And then I'm going to ride through Rim Road, which is also called Scenic Drive. I set my GoPros to their highest quality. The GoPro Hero 7s, they're at 4K 30 frames per second. And then the iOS, I set it, the minimum is 100, but the highest I believe is 6,400. And then on the GoPro 8s, I put the bit rate at as high as it will go. And let's see, what else did I do? I also set the iOS minimum at 100 and the highest at 6,400. It will be interesting to see what the videos look like when I get home and edit them on the computer. I might have to get some gas, maybe, we'll see. Here we go. It's getting cloudy, I hope it doesn't rain. Damn dogs on that corner lot, every time I pass by they just bark like crazy. I hate dogs, I really do. I think I'll go to the Cielo Vista Mall first. It's en route to downtown. The land that mall sits on used to belong to a company called Farah, F-A-R-A-H. They were a pant manufacturing company, and they were in El Paso for quite some time. I did work at Farah Pant Manufacturing Company back in the day. It was the summer break of my junior year in high school, and I got a summer job there. The work was hard. They had no union. I worked there for 3 months. It was summer. I thought they treated their employees quite well. While I was there, my job was to take huge bundles of material and throw them up on a whole row of sewing machines that the women were sewing 2 sides of the pants together. And while I was working there, I started getting headaches. And the company had inside the factory a medical section. I was complaining to my supervisor about my headaches. He told me to go over to the medical section of the factory. They gave me an eye exam, found out I needed glasses, and they got me a pair of glasses, and the headache stopped. I didn't have to pay for the glasses. Also, I would go in early in the morning. I had to catch the bus to go to work. It was the facility downtown that I worked at. I believe it was called Second Ward, where that building was. The other thing they did for the employees, I would go in early every morning because I'd go into the cafeteria and they'd have free breakfast burritos and orange juice. And then I'd start my day. Story has it, a lot of disgruntled employees or ex-employees wanted a union to start there. The reason being that they could fire for any reason. For example, before I left for the service and after high school, I got a job again at Farah, and the men worked 6 days a week. Saturday you had to go in and oil the machines, clean them, repair them. And one day I just decided I'm not going in, so I didn't go in one Saturday. Monday morning, where my time card would have been, there was a pink slip with a note on it that says come collect your last paycheck, and that was it. I was gone. But it was a good thing I was in the military and getting ready to leave for active duty. Otherwise I'd have been without a job. Anyway, the story goes, these disgruntled employees were pushing to get a union into the factory, and the owner of Farah, their last names were Farah, F-A-R-A-H, wasn't going to have anything to do with the union coming into their businesses. So what they did, they shut everything down, moved all of it overseas, and that was it. There was a lot of employees who lost their jobs because Farah wasn't going to have anything to do with unions. So I'm running 4 GoPros, one on my helmet, one on the handlebars, one down at the engine guard, and one on the back of the bike. I was trying to use looping with the remote. I still have the remote here, but I'm not using the remote. So what I did is I just turned all the GoPros on, pressed record, and they're just going to constantly record this entire trip. And then when I get home, I will edit them on the computer. I use Premiere Pro for my editing. The video looks pretty cool here on the back of this GoPro. It'd be interesting to see what it looks like when I get it on the computer. It is nice and cool this evening. It's partly cloudy. If I had gotten out of the house a little bit earlier, I would have caught on this front GoPro a great sunset. Oh well, my allergies are still killing me. The allergy shots that I have been taking don't seem to be working well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I may go back and talk to the doctor about it, or I just may stop them altogether. It is a hassle to have to go in 3 days out of the week to get these allergy shots. Puts a damper on my ability to take long trips on the motorcycle. I might just decide to stop the allergy shots. What I'll do instead is I'll double up on my allergy pills. I take something called chlorpheniramine, and I take guafensin. I usually take 1 to 2 chlorpheniramines a day. I can take 6 a day, so I may just up them to 6 a day and see what that does. And the heck with the shots. I'm trying to motovlog without using a lot of uhs and ums and okays. I'm also trying to see, I delayed right now. I'm trying to stop that. I'm trying to stop delaying when I talk. It really is hard to do. And I'm also trying to listen to what I'm saying, because sometimes the words come out wrong. For example, one day I was talking about this remote, the GoPro remote. It's called a smart remote, and I was going to say that this smart remote can connect to 50 GoPros at one time. And when I got home and listened to the video, what I had said instead is that this smart remote can connect to 50 remotes. So I got to start listening to what I'm saying. I don't usually plan what I'm going to say. Whatever pops into my head, that's what I'm going to say at that moment. What pops into my head is something that I've read or I have seen on TV, and I don't watch the local TV stations, and I don't watch the mainstream media. I watch Blaze TV and I watch the Daily Wire. Things will pop into my head about the things that I heard on those channels, and it's mostly political. I'm gonna have to drive through this mall during the Christmas season. It really gets decorated. It will be nice to see what this looks like with my GoPros, the videos, when Christmas season is here. Look at all this activity here. Kids playing, people just laying around the lawn. Kids are doing cartwheels and having a good time. A lot of people here. There shouldn't be a lot of traffic downtown, I would think, since it's Sunday evening. You would think everybody's going home, getting ready for work in the morning. But we shall see. Well, there's downtown. This microphone in my helmet, it's the updated version of the Sony omnidirectional mic. I think it's working pretty good. I had to replace the other one because it had a lot of crackling sound to it, and it was an older mic. I had it in my helmet since, gosh, 2019, I think. So it was about 3 years old. Downtown, that's where I want to go, this way. And I like the quality of the Sony microphone that I had in my helmet. This one seems to be doing the same thing. This one seems to have really good quality audio. Okay, Frank, you're downtown. Just don't go down a one-way the wrong way. That's City Hall right there. Okay, I'm going to try to find the center of town. Okay, Stanton Street, is it a one-way? Oh, it's not a one-way. Oh well. This is Oregon. And and this is El Paso Street. El Paso Street. Check this out. I believe that's the museum. People just hanging out. Here we go, the Placita, downtown El Paso. I used to catch the bus to go to work. Like I said, I worked at FARA. This is where the bus would let me off, at this square down here. And then I would walk in that direction to go to the factory. This Placita at one time, in the center of it, they now have some statues of alligators in this circular enclosure. But back in the day when I was a kid, we would come down here, there were actual alligators in that pit. I bet this really looks nice around Christmas. So this is Main Street. The buses would come around this corner and they would all stop along here. And this is where I would catch the bus. Okay. Now to head over to Rim Road. Just got to go straight up Mesa Street and take Rim Road, if it's still open. I'm not sure what time they close it. And then head home. I think El Paso has one of the longest signal lights in the world. Okay, here it is, Rim Road. Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be dark. I forget what time they close the gates. Put on my brights. Yeah, I better put on my brights. There's a lot of very expensive homes up here on Rim Road. They run in the millions of dollars. You'd think they would line this fence with like LED lights or something, but they don't. It's pretty dark up here. A lot of people parked here. Okay, get down to the other side of Rim Road and head home. Put this stuff on the computer, see what it looks like. Hoo-yah, steep incline.